And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Not about
All he
one.
told me was about
Not
monster
about
truck.
real estate, though.
Okay.
This is my first real estate interview.
But you said we're not talking.
Whatever you want. Let's...
2, 1. Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV, and today we're with Nicole Johnson of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Yep.
Here at Fairway Mortgage in Las Vegas. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day as an agent.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. This is really exciting. This is my first real estate interview, podcast, live stream, whatever.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
So for those that don't know who you are, we'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Nicole Johnson, formerly a Monster Jam monster truck driver turned real estate broker salesperson. I'm pretty sure that I have the most unique resume out there in the real estate world. Now, that's actually saying a lot because almost everybody comes from some other discipline before they decide to jump over into real estate. And I'm no exception. So I've been in real estate now for about a year, but I feel like I've been used to it for a long time. I grew up in a family where my parents were both realtors. Saw it my whole life, and for at least a decade, my dad, who's currently my teammate here in Las Vegas.
Oh, really? That's cool.
He's been pestering me for at least a decade to come and join his team. Why don't you get your real estate license? And, you know, I guess someday you decide to get out of the truck to save your neck and go sell real estate. And I love it. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how long were you into the trucking and monster? That's awesome. So did you do all the tours and go to different places and everything?
Yep. I have been all over in several different continents even, all over the United States, and traveled around with Monster Jam for 6 full years. And prior to that, my husband and I did rock crawling competition, which is driving, you know, a big custom-built four-wheel drive vehicle on pretty gnarly terrain. And so I guess we're kind of hardcore, extreme.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you know, I'm used to doing hard things. And so none of this scares me. I can read a contract. That doesn't scare me at all.
Like flipping backwards in a rock crawler.
Yeah, well, I've done
or
that.
actually, it's
I
got to
have
be
done
worse
that.
than a monster truck because it's.
Yeah.
How do they ship these cars? I gotta ask. It's like I don't see a super wide truck coming down.
Right?
Like, you know, a transporter.
So the secret is we can
interesting.
take the big tires off and put skinny ones on to load it into a semi-truck.
All right.
Yeah, they actually can fit even in a sea container and ship them across. To
Really?
different, that's how they get them to, you know, across the seas to
Yeah,
different
yeah.
continents and whatnot.
So they look a lot bigger than they actually are.
They're huge. Now,
Yeah.
you know, they're with the tires and wheels. The truck is 10,000 pounds, so 12 feet tall, 12 feet wide. It's pretty big. Each tire and wheel is about 700 pounds. So you take those off and they
Oh
become.
my gosh.
They're still heavy, but
I
not
do
not
have
too
to
bad.
ask, how the heck did you get into that? Like,
Right.
you're like, I was a young girl, and then I saw a monster truck. Can I drive it? You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
How did it come about?
That I get asked that quite frequently. So my husband and I have just been rock crawling, four-wheeling as a family forever. We've been in Las Vegas 22 years. Of course, we've got some great terrain around here, and we've always just gone camping and four-wheeling as a family. And years ago, he started as a spotter for the team. That's the guy outside the vehicle. You know, he started competing, doing rock crawling competitions, and a few years later, after I'd been around it a while, somebody asked if I wanted to drive their vehicle in an all-women's event. I said, sure, that's great. I kind of knew the ins and outs of the sport, and I won. And that event happened to be the Women's National Rock Crawling Championship. So suddenly I get to have this really cool title as Women's National Rock Crawling Champion. And it kind of just sparked this really competitive streak in me. And I said, I want to do this. And my husband was such a great spotter that I said, I'll drive and you be my spotter, which got us great publicity. We were on Modern Marvels on the History Channel.
Oh, wow.
We had tons of magazine coverage. We've been on several different TV shows. And just, you know, I guess I had a great resume by the time I happened to be in the right place at the right time and met the folks at Monster Jam. So by the time I showed them my portfolio, they said, hey, come drive for us. Had no idea growing up or even when I was competing that I'd ever become a monster truck driver. But sometimes, you know, a door opens and you decide just to go for it.
Yeah.
So I took it. I went for it. Did it for about 6 years and had a great time. And ultimately decided that there was other things that I needed to be doing for family reasons and whatnot, and decided to take a step back from that. And I got my broker salesperson license about a year ago, and it's been a lot of fun. But my background in school is I have a degree in construction management. So I've been a general contractor for 18 years. I've been in the housing industry here in Las Vegas for a long time. I've been buying and selling my own personal real estate since I was 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
This is a super natural transition for me, and I really love seeing people and their connection to their home. It's very personal. Some people, it's just a paper transaction. But for a lot of people, it's everything. It's the biggest purchase they're gonna make. And I've been in their shoes, I get it. I get what it's like to be a seller and a buyer. And I understand some of their frustrations. And I feel like I'm a people person, and I wanna help them make their decisions as best as possible. Just help guide them and get them to that point of home ownership or successfully selling a property.
Sure. So it sounds like, you've been in the business for a year, but you have a vast background of construction, real estate, parents for real estate agents. So it's kind of a natural segue into, being a salesperson. So what is your focus now? Do you work as a team with your parents, or are you a solo agent? What's the dynamic?
So my mom is now retired. My dad is getting there. He's semi-retired. And I have the best teacher in the industry, my dad. He's been great because he tells me everything he knows. Even my mom still has fantastic experiences that she can share with me. So I feel like my little smoking gun is my smart parents that I can consult with as needed. And it's great. We are the Crandall Johnson team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services at the Twain office in Summerlin. I will eventually be on my own when my dad does retire, but we're crossing over in the meantime. And the experiences that he has and has been able to share with me, I feel has really given me a leg up, as opposed to if I had just gone out there on my own.
Sure.
With nobody to consult with. I'm learning from one of the best.
Absolutely. So having a mentor, especially your dad that's been in the industry for so long, definitely helps, because in real estate, even if you've been in the industry for super long, there's always unique situations on how to help a buyer seller in this particular instance, what to do. So it's nice having him in your corner, right?
Right. And my mom, when I was growing up, I watched her with her partnership, how she interacted with her partner, how they each brought something to the table. And I think that's important. I think a team approach is a more successful, has more success potential, because you have more than one brain on that team trying to figure out the best way to advise somebody or deal with a certain situation. And so it's better to have, two minds on it, I believe.
Right, absolutely. And we know there's a lot of brokers or brokerages out here in Las Vegas. Why did you choose Berkshire Hathaway?
Because they're the best. Honestly, they have the best name recognition. I work for Warren Buffett. I get to say that. And I truly believe that having the best of Las Vegas awards or national recognition, they're very, very highly ranked and recognized as a brand. That's how I have always aligned myself. Whether it was back in motorsports and wanting to seek out different sponsorship partners, I've always sought out who's the best, because that reflects on me. People will then trust my judgment based on if I choose a specific tire, for example.
Right.
Why did she choose that brand? And I feel like by aligning myself with the best, that's where I'm going to be, is at the top and the best realtor that I can be.
Sure. So what is your favorite part about working in real estate, or after having been in it for a year or so?
I love finding a home.
Yeah?
I truly do. When, before the economy changed and my husband and I were building high-end custom homes, I was very, very much the liaison between the client and the bank and the architect, and we designed their home together. And understanding their vision and helping them get that and putting all those pieces together was something that I really enjoyed doing. Things are different. The business aspect in our construction company is a little different now, and now I'm doing something different, which is real estate on my own. But I like finding the home. I like learning whatever it is that they want and chasing it and finding it for them and presenting that to them. That's my favorite thing. I love it. A home is personal.
Yeah.
And I understand what it is and what it means.
Mm-hmm. And how has living here in Las Vegas for the last 22 years helped your clients?
Well, I know the area, and I have seen where the growth happens, and I have seen, I know the history of it. And there are a lot of people that are not from Las Vegas. It is rare to find somebody,
right, like
especially our age or older, who has, grown up here, born and raised here. So it's a big melting pot. I understand that, and because I know the Valley and I know the housing industry for the last almost 2 decades, I feel like I can help them, realize their dream of homeownership or properly selling their home for the values that they want to see.
Absolutely. And we know that in the Vegas area, there are a lot of options when it comes to real estate agents. So why would a buyer or seller choose to hire you, Nicole?
Well, first of all, I'm fun. Hey,
Hey,
you should like your agent. And I really feel like my clients have become close to me. We have become close to each other. And I feel like I have an ability to connect with them and truly understand them. It's not just a robotic transaction. And I really try and bring that personal aspect into it. I just want to get to know them and really, truly look out for them.
So do they get to ride in monster trucks after they close now? What do you show properties in? I'm curious.
Well, I used to own a Mini Cooper.
Oh, nice.
But that doesn't show property very well because they, have to
get in the back seat.
Get in the back.
Let me move the chair up now.
I do have a full-size Toyota SUV, so that works out.
Nice.
Yeah. No, the monster truck, funny, is only a 1-seater. So many people always ask for a ride, and I'm like, hop on the roof. That's about all we're going to have room for you is just hop on the roof. But the only time I truly still wish I had a monster truck is in severe traffic.
Oh.
So
they don't legally allow you to have one of those at your house.
No.
It's like, wow.
No, not street legal at all.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
In fact, Monster Jam is headquartered in Florida, and so the trucks are always kept over there. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
You still have a rock crawler, do any of that stuff still? Or are you pretty much
I have a couple of Jeeps.
Okay.
And that's fun. Yeah. I'm adventuresome. Yeah. I'm a cool mom too.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if somebody watching is interested in hiring you to buy or sell a home in the Vegas area, how do people get a hold of you?
They can go to NicoleJohnson.realtor. I have my own website.
Oh, .realtor.
NicoleJohnson.realtor. That's actually a new one.
Nice.
And when it came out, I secured it right away. Because Nicole Johnson, let's face it, that's a pretty common, boring name, right?
I mean, I wouldn't call it boring, but it's pretty, it seems
Did you know
common.
that Michael Phelps married Nicole Johnson?
No.
He did. And, several years ago when they announced their engagement, I guess she's the former California, like Miss California or something.
Mm-hmm. When
he announced his engagement, Entertainment Tonight actually tagged my
Oh my
Facebook page on
gosh.
accident. So it said that Michael Phelps was getting married to Nicole Johnson, but it was me they tagged.
And you were already married,
everybody
right?
wanted to know what my husband thought of that. So NicoleJohnson.realtor I snagged as soon as I could, just in case any imposter Nicole Johnsons were out there.
Right.
Trying to get it, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you
Check
so
it out.
much, Nicole, for coming on Real Estate Pros today.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys on the next episode.